Hey everybody, welcome back to Wild Mountain Wanderers. I'm Sully.
I'm Vicky.
If you know us, we like to take our van out and go adventuring. If you saw last week's video, or maybe some of our videos back, we recapped our Nova Scotia trip, and we mentioned we're going to talk about some of the van system upgrades we did. That's what we're going to do this week. We're going to look at how they performed, what worked, what didn't work, what we should do differently. We're going to talk about our Roambox that's on the roof and the sewer storage that we put up there.
The underbed storage that we installed, the Joolca and Joolca bag and how that worked out. And
then the shower and shower mat that we tested out with the new sponge system.
And then we'll go over anything that, we packed we shouldn't pack, and then what did we actually forget to pack.
So stick around as we recap our systems. Joolca and Joolca bag. Obviously we have our storage here where we put that. The Joolca bag worked out really well. It was great. If folks haven't seen that, I'll put a link to the video that we talked about where we talked about all these systems. Where Vic gets into more of the details, but this was great. Great way to kind of hide the canisters. I'm carrying it up. Place to put in our gloves as we needed to. So I would give this a thumbs up. Definitely recommend it. Makes for easy storage, so if you're looking for a different system, don't want empty cassettes, I give Joolca a go. Bag, you'd have to reach out to Vicky on that one though. These we don't sell.
So one of the other improvements we made was a few different underbed fabric storage pieces to store kind of our, things that aren't like a typical box and easy to store. So our backpacks and different items that we could just stuff in. So we've got some in the back, then this one in the front. They worked really well, but like anything else you make on your own, sometimes they're not exactly the way you want them. They don't function exactly the way you think they're going to function when you create them. So there are some tweaks and modifications I'll likely be doing to these underbed storage units in the future. So one of the other things we wanted to cover today was kind of things that we maybe packed that we didn't necessarily need to pack. So one of those things was a solo stove. We really love our solo stove. It's wonderful. It makes creating a fire very quick and very easy. But one of the challenges is it's rather large and consumes a lot of space in our garage. So it's really probably more of a luxury item than something we need to pack. And we could use that valuable space for something else, like maybe an extra power bank for more time off grid.
All right, so we did mention things that we packed or things we didn't pack but should have. One of our biggest lessons learned, if you saw in the video, we actually had a rock when we were in New Brunswick, cracked the windshield. $800 later, we had to get it repaired. Thing was, if we'd had one of these that I saw after the fact, and other folks have recommended a Windshield Repair Kit, you can tell this is from Canada, it's got the French. We probably could have prevented it because it's actually a chip at first. If we'd had this, we could have filled the chip and probably prevented the crack, saved us $800. This is a couple bucks if you would. I definitely recommend these. The other thing we didn't necessarily need on this trip, I'm actually looking for suggestions for if anybody's got any, is tire repair kits, particularly off-road kits, sidewalls or anything like that. If anybody's got any good suggestions, put those in the comments below. Really love to hear your ideas, what's worked out well for you, what hasn't worked out well. Please, feedback would be great. So again, some of these things are just van life reality that you live and learn.
So one thing we obviously didn't film while we were on our trip was us actually using the shower mat, Geyser shower system we put in. The mat worked really well, helped keep our feet elevated off the ground, avoiding, getting dirty feet while taking a shower. So that was definitely a success. Then the other element was the Geyser shower system and sponges. These worked great both on our outdoor shower as well as our indoor shower. We probably only used about a gallon for each of us when we took a shower. We didn't do a true test yet because I didn't wash all of this, which who knows how many gallons that's going to take, but that'll be a future test. But we're really happy with this. Definitely help in the future. The other element of the shower we did for the outside was a curtain we put across the back of the van. Building that out of sail fabric was a great idea. It dried really quickly, so we were able to quickly fold it up, store it up in the Roambox on top of the roof. So definitely happy with the shower system we did. One thing I did forget to mention earlier when I was talking about things that we packed and maybe we shouldn't have packed or didn't need to pack was back here we have a pop-up tent that we brought to be able to put our Joolca outside for showering. That, at least on this trip, wasn't a necessity because we were at provincial parks and national parks the whole time, not really boondocking. Boondocking trips would be useful. This particular vacation, not something we actually use, so a waste of space.
So, about done with packing up with everything. One of the things we mentioned before that was really useful were the Roambox that's up there. And I don't know if you can see it right underneath those. If folks remember, if you didn't see the other video, is the sewer storage. So the Roambox was great. We actually fit the Dutch oven in there, even though we didn't get to use it because of the fire bans. We had that up there, the extra shower curtain and other things. So plenty of storage up there. It's secure, it stayed dry, even though we screwed it in the bottom and mounted it to the roof rails. It stayed really dry, happy with that. Gives us just extra storage at 128 liters. And then the sewer storage tubes worked out really great. I know some vans, they're mounted down here. For us, it works well to have them up there. Keeps it out of the van, keeps that dirty stuff away. And there's actually a bigger one that we can fit the 90-degree elbow in. So that worked great. For us, we only have gray water that we have to empty out. So as folks have seen down here, no black water in our van. That's where the Joolca comes in handy. And having those makes it really quick, easy clean up, dump out, and get them stored back up. So happy with the Roambox, happy with the sewer storage. Definitely give those a thumbs up. Well, we got Bertha all unpacked. That's a wrap on our van system summary. Really happy with the way things worked out. A couple things probably didn't need, a couple things we forgot and should have had with us, but
we're new, we're learning lessons, and we're sharing them with you.
Yeah, so hopefully you don't have to make the same mistakes we do. You found it useful. As I said, still looking for recommendations on those tire patch kits, if you can leave that below.
Or any other lessons learned that you've maybe had in your experiences that you can share so we don't make the same painful mistakes.
Yep, going forward. So I think that puts a pin in it for our Nova Scotia series.
Yeah. Up next, we'll be taking you on a local adventure out blueberry and raspberry picking and then coming back home to make some delicious blueberry and raspberry scones.
Oh, those are tasty. Too bad you can't have some, but
we don't have smell-o-vision or taste-o-vision.
Yeah, no way to get it to you. So that's it. As I always like to say, keep wandering.
Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.
I think it's time for me